I think there is a need, if we set out a vision for early childhood care and education, committed to meeting the developmental needs of each child in the state, then we have to move from that to setting a policy objective. I think the policy objective increasingly has to be that we aim towards building a national preschool or early childhood provision, recognising it as the last remaining frontier in a lifelong learning continuum in the state. It's really the only place that actually we haven't actually in any sort of cohesive way addressed the education and learning needs of the population. And this, of course, is amazing because of the rationale, which every policy objective needs. The rationale for it is so overpowering. I know from talking to the people that you got a very persuasive economic rationale for investment in this area earlier. And we all know now that if you can't come up with an economic rationale, you really have trouble coming up with any other kind of rationale anymore. Even that doesn't usually persuade the Department of Finance. But certainly we now have it. But in addition to the economic rationale, I think there are two others that you who are working in the field can always name and adhere to. And I think the second big one for me is that significant investment here, and oddly enough, whether it's targeted or not, interestingly, it's a significant investment in early childhood counters the inherent processes towards inequality in our society as possibly the best single investment we can do. And if we do believe in social cohesion, and we really need to believe in it, even for purely economic reasons, because the lack of social cohesion is incredibly costly. To keep one child in care is an incredibly costly business. And this is now, we now have the data to support this kind of thinking. So countering the inherent processes towards inequality, which mean that we can now predict, and we know this from the NCCA, Arlene will verify it, that we can now predict leaving cert outcomes in first year in secondary school, depending on socioeconomic background of the child. My own guess is we can predict them probably at the age of 4. So this is how we construct that argument, I think. And then I think there is the whole third basis for the rationale, which is one of opportunity cost, which is saying, well, even if we're going to put in X amount into the world of education, why are we putting so much of the cake into one sector, for instance, the third level? And during the Celtic Tiger, we were actively beginning to look at fourth level, while at the same time not actually addressing investment here. So there is an opportunity cost dimension to the rationale.